What's going on, everybody? Yes, I have locked the Executor, and I know the first thing on your mind is...
What did it cost?
So, yeah, it costs about 40 Canadian dollars. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play some footage here from the first 4 tiers. It's pretty straightforward, basic, and as that's rolling, I'm going to give you some of my thoughts on the Executor. So starting off here in tier 1, my Razor Crest, my Beskar Armor Mando is complete garbage. He's gear 8. Out of all the requirements, I have all the ships, and all the pilots in these ships are part of those requirements of those high relic numbers. Thank God Beskar Mando isn't, but it seems to be he's a critical part of the fleet. So mine isn't really up to snuff. So I'm just going to go rock for these. Again, I'm just quickly going through these for the first time. I'm using Houndstooth, Slave 1, TIE Bomber in my starting lineup, and then just a mix of ships off the bench. So again, these first 4 tiers, not much difficulty. So I don't think there's much strategy to talk about. So let's just talk about the Executor in general. So first off, obviously there's a little bit of this. And was it worth it? No. Definitely not. I highly recommend against it unless if that's no object to you and you have the extra funds to go right to 7-star, then yeah, go ahead, do it. But just to unlock it, definitely not worth it. So let me give you my little story about this. I was grinding hard for this second go around here to get this unlocked right away. Typically, as free to play, it takes me maybe the 3rd pass back on the calendar, right, to get something unlocked. This was the second time around, and I really wanted it. I had all the ships with the exception of Razor Crest to 7 stars. I had all the pilots at least gear 11, and I already had Bosk, TIE Pilot, and Vader already at their relic levels. I had all the relic 8 requirements already, so it's just a matter of gearing up IG-88, Boba, and Dengar from their gear 11 situations all to relic 5, and I hustled. Like, I was selling all of my fleet shard currency to get shard shop stuff, and just buying any gear that went into a Zinbidi card or whatever the heck they are. That seems to be the gear crunch for the relic tiers. So just getting that, doing all my energy refreshes on for Cantina energy, for the other stuff too, but trying to get all the signal energy to get all those relic levels. So just grinding hard. I haven't grinded that hard in a game since probably Star Wars Force Collection. So shout out Star Wars Force Collection. If you ever played, let me know in the comments. That game had trading, and I remember like sitting up at night, say you had this nice shiny new 5-star, I would have 20 deals texted out in game to people. If someone nibbled, make the trade, and then I would take all those new assets, reflip them, and I was just constantly churning through cards. I was turning something, say, of low value into high value by the end of the week just by pure grinding. That's what I felt like doing this. I was grinding out every piece of gear salvage imaginable just to make the deadline. I ended up making it, with the exception of the signal energy. That's what this was used for, just to get me there, because man, that stuff, it uses a lot at the Relic 7, Relic 8 levels. And after all the work I'd put into it, I didn't want to see the event come and go. So we went for it, and kind of instant regret. Didn't have enough ship ability mats to max out all the abilities. So yes, I got to level 85, but that 4-star Executor with my current, for one, my Cad Bane isn't Relic, and my Beskar Armor Mando isn't Relic. And those are 2 of the main components of your starting fleet. So I'd go into battles on offense. I couldn't even beat Negotiators. I couldn't beat Malevolence. I couldn't beat anybody. I was 0 for 4 trying my nice shiny new ship. So I got a lot of work to do leveling stuff up. Yes, I know the ship mats I'm missing are probably going to be big help, but if you're just getting it at 4-star, you don't have Cad Bane at a relic level, which isn't a requirement for the event, or Beskar Armor Mando like me, then don't just keep leveling stuff up, work your way towards it, but you don't got to go all out. I ended up switching back to Rebels. Like there's now a stack of 5-6 Executors at the top of my fleet shard, and with my Rebels, I'm able to pick my way through there and still get first. So I'll have another video coming out soon. I haven't really done one on Rebels post buff, but there is some viability there. I've been busy with a lot of stuff, so that will come out. Okay, so now back to, again, just the sheer cost of the Executor. So once you play your 4 events, or the 4 tiers, you unlock it at 4 stars. Then it comes back similar to the Finalizer and the Radis. You could get to play the bonus tier. You get 10 shards, and after that, for 1,000 crystals, you can refresh it for another 10. So right now, I'm 10 shards out of 65 for the 5-star. So what that means now, when it comes back next month, apparently the 5-star makes it a lot more viable. So when it comes back next month, I know I'll be able to get 10 shards. So that puts me at 20 of 65. I'm still going to need to beat that bonus tier 5 more times just to unlock it at 5 stars. So that's going to be 5,000 crystals. Since I'm already in this investment, I'm literally not spending a dime. I'm going into Crystal Horde mode. So anything I get from Squad and Fleet Arena or login rewards, GAC awards, that is all getting hoarded. I'm not even doing refreshes anymore, just so I can unlock the ship as fast as possible. So I'll be able to, we'll see how many crystals I can save in a month. But I'll definitely be able to get up to 5. Maybe I could push 6. But it's expensive and it's an investment. So, given at 7 stars how powerful it is, I guess it makes sense. Yeah, that's going to be my strategy going forward, so I can have this ship the way it's supposed to be. Now, let's talk about, so for this event, again, those first 4 tiers, pretty easy, straightforward. Let's talk about the bonus tier. The bonus tier is actually a little bit difficult, especially if you make a boneheaded move like me. I was doing this just on my phone late at night, tired right before bed, because I literally came in the last minute to get this thing unlocked. The bonus tier is against Malevolence. And I went in with my ability maps thinking I had enough, and I just started leveling up random abilities. I ran out before I got to do the we only need to keep them from escaping special ability. And on that, you have to hit level or ability level 3 to dispel all buffs from bounty hunter allies. So you know why that's important? Because Malevolence is going to nail you with buzz droids. So it was tough sledding in the bonus tier, but what I would say is it was still beatable. I managed to beat it. I don't have the full footage of it. I was getting frustrated because I was getting annihilated, and I was pissed at myself for really butchering that, not reading the abilities, not really realizing how many materials I had. But I worked at it. And what I found is, again, you might not be in this situation like I was. But if you find yourself in a similar situation where you just got this because you don't want the bonus 10 for free to pass you by. So if you find yourself in this situation and you don't have your ship fully leveled up and capable, this is the lineup I used to win. So I started with Houndstooth, Slave 1, Razor Crest, and then the first reinforcement coming in. And again, so now this is your ship at 4 stars. So you're limited with your ships. So I believe I called in IG 2000 right away, getting the bounty hunters in there, right? Because they get the most bonuses. And then I brought in TIE Bomber. I was bringing in TIE Bomber first as like an extra tank to give you a little extra, to take some of the heat off your bounty hunters. To get the burning out there and stuff like that, but it wasn't working for me. Bringing in all the bounty hunters is what worked best. I'll play a little footage here. I I had lost so many times in a row, I just stopped recording, and then I changed that reinforcement around, and all of a sudden I had success. So I started recording kind of in the middle of it, but I had all 5 ships. I got 5 ships out right now. You can see my bounty hunters are beat up. Like, I'm about to lose Slave 1 and Razor Crest, but it's at a point in the battle where I'm now going to win. So it's tricky. I heard it was tricky from people who had full leveled up ships. So again, I was able to do this with a Gear 8 Mando and no dispel debuff ability at all, and not even maxed out ability. So my charge to get to the ultimate, it was a lot higher than what potentially someone else's might have been. So it is doable. Again, go old bounty hunters if you can. That was the quickest way, and then TIE Bomber was my last reinforcement. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the Executor. So let me know in the comments, you guys planning on getting this ship, or are you going to be working hard on just trying to get some counters and putting those resources somewhere else? Because what I will say is I have had some Relic 8 pieces for a while, and my first 2 Relic 8s are Boba and Piet. Not what I wanted to do, but what I had to do. So anyways, I've been rambling for a while. Peace out, everybody. We'll see you on the next one.